Okay, so let's talk LinkedIn because today I had a reason to look up this stat. I've been using a similar stat for many years, but I hadn't looked up the newest stat for this. And it's all about the people who use LinkedIn who make over $75,000 a year. A few years ago, I looked up this stat and I've been using it for many years now. I looked up the updated stat just to see kind of where we were and make sure I was using some more updated information. And according to Pew Research, over 50% of users on LinkedIn make over $75,000 a year. Now, that may feel like a pretty insignificant number until you realize that number, according to them, is actually above the national median in the US. And another stat that they gave was that 61 million senior level influencers and 65 million decision makers use LinkedIn regularly. So that's just like a really simple, like, okay, this is a significant number of people who, one, are decision makers, two, are influencers of some level in a senior type role, and a lot of these folks are making above the median income level in the US. So these are folks who probably have a significant level of discretionary income, or they have some sort of level of decision making in terms of how budgets are getting spent. They are in roles that can make decisions about hiring your company or giving to your nonprofit. Now, I looked this all up in the context of for a nonprofit that I'm doing some work for. I do some consulting with their development team, and a lot of their folks are trying to get in front of people who have some level of discretionary income to support their nonprofit. So, from this angle of things, if you're a nonprofit and you are not leveraging LinkedIn, you are missing out on a key place to be getting in front of your key audience of potential donors, potential board members, potential volunteers, people who have this kind of they have a natural bent towards helping folks, and they have the means to do it. On the flip side, if you are a for-profit type business, keep in mind that your decision makers are active on LinkedIn. They are active on this platform, and so it's a great place to get in front of the right kinds of people. And what I love about LinkedIn is that you have the ability to kind of curate your audience. So if you want to get in front of, let's say, for example, one of the easiest examples that I've seen over the years that everyone kind of understands is if you are a real estate agent and you have a mortgage broker, you have a real estate agent and mortgage broker. Let's say you're a mortgage broker and you get most of your business from referrals from real estate agents. It's an easy thing to go in and do a search for real estate agent. In my case, I would do maybe Denver, Colorado, or somewhere here in the region. Do it in your area or the area that you're trying to get in front of people in, and start building your network full of people who are going to refer business your way. Then when you post anything, when you want to interact with folks, it is that ideal network of your target audience who is going to refer business to you that you are getting those interactions in front of. So when you're posting, when you're commenting, when you're interacting with people's content, your network is full of your ideal target people. Again, if you can target the decision makers who are going to help drive the needle for your organization or your business, LinkedIn feels like a no-brainer between the stats of how much people are making on average and the amount of decision makers and senior level folks in those types of roles. LinkedIn feels like a great no-brainer if you're in any sort of nonprofit or B2B space. So that's my big spiel on LinkedIn. It's one of my favorite platforms, and it has been for many, many years. Today just forced me to go take a look at that one stat, that 75K and above stat I've been using for years. And it's still a solid stat. 50%, and that stat is here from 2023, 50% of people on LinkedIn make over $75,000, which is above the national median in the US. So leveraging LinkedIn just feels like a no-brainer. Again, if you're in a nonprofit or B2B, honestly, for many folks, B2C, depending upon what their product is, LinkedIn could be a great place as well.